straight to my base, I want to be able to shoot at them and pull back. So trying to do a lot of things at once now. My multitasking is being pushed a little bit. I'm just sort of fearing for all the different things. I've got my third group of Marines down there to take out a hatchery, so that's good. I'm actually quite pleased with how that's turned out. And I've got two groups still at his choke point, ready to go. I've got science vessels coming, and that Wraith has really just ignored it. I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't sort of moving around there with the drops, and lurkers do look like they're camping around now. I should be a bit worried because he's got a lot of lurkers and he could easily move out and take out my group, so I'll have to stand back. It looks like, yeah, I'm under attack right here, so rush away, got a stim pack. Got to go real quick because I was a little bit slow there. I was doing something else while he moved in with the lurkers, and unfortunately I probably could have done a bit more damage. So just grouping up a third lot of Marines, and oh my god, just again a little bit sloppy. Unfortunately I'm not the best against lurkers sometimes, and I've already lost a lot of troops. Built another command center there just because he's taking his time getting out, and I'm really quite fortunate this guy. I don't think he's the best player really, because he's given me a lot of time to sort of get rolling with my economy, and this is something you don't want to do against a Terran player that has a lot of macro management, or is building a lot of troops, and is investing a lot. Now the first science vessel out, so usually when players go lurkers and they're not going drops, they want to get the lurkers out really quick, like before science vessels, but because I've got one, I can really sort of stay in control here, and I've managed to just scout around. I've used a scan sweep to make sure he hasn't put that expansion up. Colosseum is a map such that you've actually got a protected group of 3 bases, so he doesn't really need to expand if he wants a third gas, but I'm able to match that with the third gas of my own just as I move in with the command center now. So just bring in some tanks, and because I'm at a standoff point with these lurkers, and they'll be able to keep pushing me back until I get tanks. So just spreading out the Marines in a nice concave arc there, and getting a second starport down. Quite a good idea. Building, because I have so much resources built up at this point, I decided to build the Titan reactor because I'm expecting to get a lot of science vessels, and it really helps with the energy if you get Titan reactor. Just attacking now, I'm not sure if this was the best idea by me, brute forcing these lurkers, because he has a lot of them, and I'm losing a lot of Marines there. That was a quick decision there by me, and I think it was the wrong one. I decided to just shoot it out with the lurkers and have a firefight, and I came worse off there, so that was a mistake by me. Luckily I've got a lot of troops to back myself up, but yeah, that was a decision I made in like the spur of the moment. It was a very quick decision, and it turned out to be the wrong one. I didn't really think about the number of lurkers he had and how that would actually turn out. If he had a few less lurkers, I might have actually been able to kill all of them, but because he had so many there, and oh my god, just a bit careless, just moving out again. Maybe I had them rally to the wrong place, and I think he's moved his lurkers forward a bit, and I again didn't do a very good job. So just because his lurkers are in a line, I've tried to sort of move in and attack. But yeah, again, just making the wrong calls against lurkers. I'm going to have to sort of focus on this area of my play in future against lurker users. Just to always hold off and never engage the lurkers while they're borrowed in a large group like that. It's really the wrong way to go. For some reason, maybe I might have rallied my vessel down there, or just moved it down there. The vessel's gone to the wrong place. Interestingly, I've managed to force them to build a spore colony, so that's that was a bit of a poor play by him, I think. Only the single let lurker move in to harass my SCVs, so that was easily taken out by a tank. Getting some more tanks now, putting the second control tower on. Building some more troops. I've neglected to build any medics, so the next thing on my agenda is to get some medics, because I've been stemming a lot and I've got a lot of Marines there, which I hurt. Luckily I built that missile turret there because it stopped him from building a hatchery straight away, and I can actually attack his drone as it shows up with my SCV. But this is a point in the game where you definitely know that the zerg player is getting a lot of expansions, because he's got a window of opportunity where you can't really attack. And my god, that's a lot of lurkers. I'm really in a lot of trouble if he moves, and he's moving in now. So quick thing is just to attack as much as you can, and then rush away with the Marines and just try and shoot at them from a bit of range. Hopefully the lurkers waste their concussive damage attacks on the tanks. And just I've built a dropship there, so that will be useful in getting a drop to go if I can hold off this attack. And unfortunately he had some scourges, so nice scourge use there by my opponent. Unfortunately I didn't keep that vessel alive, and I've got a bunker going up because there's another entrance to your base if you're not familiar with this Colosseum map. and I'll be able to hold off this attack by just moving my troops in over there. Hopefully he's got no more lurkers at my choke point to move in and attack. But yeah, I feel like my defense is a little bit stretched thin here, but on the plus side, he hasn't actually started mass expanding over the map yet, so I feel like I'm in a decent position economically. I've got a lot of unit production buildings ready to go, and my units are starting to get upgraded. I think I'm on 1-1 now. I should be getting the next set of upgrades shortly. Just to remind people, obviously I'm casting this game after it's been played, so what I'm thinking about right now wasn't necessarily what I was thinking about then. An attack coming in from the other side, so a bit of trouble here. I haven't got any tanks over there, and my SCVs are actually getting slaughtered, and so are my Marines. And because he's only got 2 lurkers there, I'm able to hold that off with some medics. But yeah, just really gonna have to get some defense over that side to prevent him coming over there, because it's an area that's a little bit easier to attack than the main choke point. Maybe get a tank over there as well. And if I don't start building up a lot of forces soon, I'm not going to be able to move out, and that's going to be a worry. But we'll see how that plays out. He looks like he's out of troops at the moment. What I need to be doing is a bit more scouting with comsats and SCVs just to see what he's got. Scourge there, so I want to be a bit careful with the vessels. Just moving out with the Marines first to take out the Scourge, and then I can start. Yeah, that's a good way to go. Just putting down a scan. He looks like he's got 1 mutalisk. I'm not really sure what that's for. Maybe he plans on plaguing the vessels, but or just doing a bit of scouting. Had a little bit of glitch there with gun cam, but that's been fixed. Okay, just macroing up some more Marines. It looks like I missed one of the barracks. It's hard to click on them really quickly. I'm still getting better at that. Right now what I'm doing is just grouping everything up. I group Marines on 1, medics on 2, the next lot of Marines on 3, tanks 4, and vessels 5, and then if I've got any units left over, I put them on 6 and 7. I usually have 8, 9, and 0 for comsats. That's the best way to go for me. Looks like we'll run into some lurkers, so just pulling back now with the Marines and killing the zerglings first. Really good idea to just pull back as much as you can and then siege the tanks. That's the best way to go. If you can fight them if you've got medics and if you spread out, and as long as he's got not a lot of lurkers. And it really helps to have the +2 upgrade, +1 armor upgrade on your Marines if you're doing this. So luckily I've managed to catch him in a position where he's actually morphing the lurkers, so that although I can't really kill the lurkers very effectively while they are in egg mode, well, actually I can if I've got tanks, so it's very fortunate for me. The best idea is just to move your Marines all around them and just surround them and wait for them to morph, and you can kill them quite easily, so it's quite fortunate there for me. Again, my little push has gained control of the map, so just spotting his expansion there, it looks like he's got a drone going for another expansion. I've just queued up some of my reinforcements and sent them down there. In the meantime, just blocking him off by attacking his main, putting some pressure on to make sure he can't defend his expansion very easily. Meanwhile, I've got a lot of Scourges coming in, taking out my vessels. Luckily, I irradiated that 1 defiler, but if he's got any more, then I'll be pushed back. So it's really great that I've got him on the defensive at this point. I think I made a mistake here of actually somehow accidentally rallying my starport to his natural expansion, because I've got a vessel there and it showed up, and I didn't have that vessel there before. So yeah, just another bit of sloppy play. As you guys can tell, this is not the best game I've ever played, but still pretty good so far in some respects. Got a dropship now, so time to load them up and just get the dropship ready to put some pressure on. I've taken the 3rd base, and I'm just, because my main's mined out, I've just plonked down a command center next to the middle, or only next to my base. So that's the cool thing about Colosseum, is you can actually go 4 base quite easily if you've got some protective tanks around, or if you've got pressure on your opponent. So that's one thing I love about it as a Terran player, is that all the bases are nicely close together and you can defend them quite easily. If bases are really spread out with Terran, it's just not as easy to do that. So just again putting some pressure on, sieging up the tank. Only 1 lurker there, so it's not hard to take out. Just getting those upgrades going. I think I'm on 2-2 by about now. Keeping a hit on the supply depots. Managing to take out that expansion. I saw there was a drone there when I scanned before, so sending the attack force over that way. And looks like I'm in pretty much control of this game. Yeah, so hope you guys have been enjoying this. This is not the first time oh, sorry, it looks like he's lagging out. Just to let you guys know, the game's ending here. Unfortunately, the guy is lagged out, and it looks like I was pretty much ahead of the game anyway. I did check out the replay, and it looks like I was about to win. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. This has been my first-person audio commentary, and yeah, it's been a game on Iccup, and hope you guys check more of these out later. See you later.